Welcome to Hollywood Secrets Information, the channel where the legends of classic cinema live on. Today, we're riding back into the dusty world of the unforgettable Western classic Pale Rider to see how its legendary cast changed from 1985 to 2026. Some became Hollywood icons, some faced heartbreaking personal struggles, and others left behind stories more dramatic than anything seen on screen. From tragic deaths and health battles to shocking transformations and lasting legacies, this cast has experienced it all. Stay with us until the end, because a few of these stars changed so much that fans can barely recognize them today. Let's saddle up and begin our journey into the cast of Pale Rider then and now. 1. Carrie Snodgress. First up is Carrie Snodgress, who played Sarah Wheeler in the film. Back in 1985, Carrie was admired for her emotional performances and natural beauty that made her stand out in Hollywood dramas and westerns alike. Before Pale Rider, she had already earned an Academy Award nomination for her powerful work in Diary of a Mad Housewife. However, her personal life was often troubled behind the scenes. She endured a difficult and highly publicized relationship with musician Neil Young, and she later spoke openly about surviving domestic abuse in another relationship. Despite those hardships, Carrie continued acting steadily for decades in both television and film. Sadly, she passed away in 2004 after battling heart failure and lung cancer. Even years later, fans still remember her heartfelt performances and the quiet emotional depth she brought to Pale Rider. Next is the unforgettable Richard Kiel, famous for playing the towering villain club in Pale Rider. Standing over 7 feet tall, Kiel became one of Hollywood's most recognizable character actors. Many fans also remember him as the deadly metal-toothed villain Jaws in the James Bond film series movies. Although his unique appearance made him a memorable screen presence, it also limited the kinds of roles he received. Off-camera, Richard struggled with mobility issues later in life due to his enormous height. Despite the physical pain, he remained beloved by fans for his gentle personality and sense of humor. Tragically, he passed away in 2014 after complications related to heart disease and a leg injury. Even decades after Pale Rider, his intimidating screen image remains impossible to forget. 3. Clint Eastwood. Of course, no discussion of Pale Rider would be complete without the legendary Clint Eastwood, who directed and starred as the mysterious preacher. By 1985, Eastwood was already a Western icon thanks to films like The Good, The Bad, and The Ugly and Dirty Harry. Pale Rider helped revive the Western genre during a time when many believed it was fading away. As the years passed, Clint transformed from action star into one of Hollywood's most respected directors, winning Academy Award for masterpieces like Unforgiven and $1 Million Baby. Even into his 90s, Eastwood continued directing films and astonishing audiences with his energy and dedication. While many of his co-stars are gone, Clint remains one of the last surviving giants of classic Hollywood Western cinema. 4. Richard Dysart. Another standout performer was Richard Dysart, who portrayed mining baron Coy LaHood. Known for his commanding voice and serious presence, Dysart built a respected career in both movies and television. Many younger viewers later recognized him from the medical drama L.A. Law, where he earned critical praise and Emmy recognition. Despite his success, Richard preferred a quieter personal life away from Hollywood scandals and media attention. He continued acting well into his later years, but gradually stepped away from the spotlight as his health declined. In 2015, he sadly passed away after a long illness at the age of 86. His powerful performances and unmistakable screen authority still make him memorable to fans of classic cinema. 5. Billy Drago. Now let's talk about Billy Drago, who played the terrifying Deputy Mace. With his piercing eyes and sinister expressions, Billy became one of Hollywood's most effective villains. He often portrayed dangerous criminals, assassins, and cold-hearted outlaws throughout his career. Despite his frightening on-screen image, friends described him as kind and thoughtful in real life. Drago's unusual appearance helped him stand out in films and television for decades, including his memorable role in The Untouchables. Unfortunately, Billy suffered a stroke later in life and faced declining health for several years. He passed away in 2019, leaving behind a legacy as one of Hollywood's most unforgettable character actors. Fans still remember how his chilling performance added tension and fear to Pale Rider. 6. Michael Moriarty. The talented Michael Moriarty portrayed Hull Barrett, one of the film's emotional centers. Moriarty was known for bringing intelligence and vulnerability to his performances, which helped separate him from typical Western heroes. Over the years, he gained wider recognition on television with his award-winning role in Law & Order. However, his career also faced controversy due to outspoken political opinions and public disputes within the entertainment industry. Michael eventually spent much of his later life living outside the Hollywood spotlight. Even so, many critics still praise his performance in Pale Rider as one of the film's emotional highlights. By 2026, he remains one of the surviving members of the cast and a fascinating figure in entertainment history. 7. Chris Penn. Another memorable cast member was Chris Penn, the younger brother of actor Sean Penn. In Pale Rider, Chris showed early signs of the talent that later made him famous in crime dramas and action films. Over the years, he appeared in movies like Reservoir Dogs and became known for playing intense but often emotional characters. Unfortunately, Chris battled obesity and serious health problems for much of his adult life. His struggles reportedly included substance abuse and prescription medication issues. In 2006, he tragically died from heart disease combined with the effects of medication at only 40 years old. His sudden death shocked Hollywood, and many fans still wonder what greater performances he could have delivered had he lived longer. 8. Sydney Penny. Let's move on to Sydney Penny, who played young Megan Wheeler. As a child actress, Sydney quickly won audiences over with her innocent charm and emotional acting ability. Unlike many former child stars, she successfully transitioned into adult roles and enjoyed a long television career. She appeared in soap operas, dramas, and numerous TV movies over the years. While some of her co-stars faced tragedy, Sydney largely avoided scandal and maintained a relatively private life. Fans who see her today are often surprised by how gracefully she has aged since her Pale Rider days. By 2026, she remains active in entertainment and continues to be warmly remembered by fans of classic Western films. 9. John Russell. Veteran actor John Russell also appeared in the film during the later years of his long career. Russell had been a familiar face in Westerns since the 1950s and was especially known for starring in the television series Lawman. His rugged appearance made him perfect for frontier roles, and audiences admired his authentic cowboy image. Unfortunately, years of smoking reportedly contributed to serious respiratory problems later in life. He passed away in 1991 from complications related to emphysema. Pale Rider became one of the final films in his legendary Western career, serving as a fitting farewell to one of television's classic cowboy stars. 10. Fran Ryan. Now, let's remember Fran Ryan, who brought warmth and personality to the film. Ryan was one of Hollywood's most recognizable character actresses, appearing in countless television series and movies over several decades. Audiences often loved her for playing tough but lovable older women with sharp humor and emotional honesty. Despite her success, she dealt with health struggles later in life, including complications from illness connected to aging. Fran passed away in 2000 at the age of 83. Even though she rarely played leading roles, she had the rare ability to leave a lasting impression in every scene she appeared in, including her memorable role in Pale Rider. The cast of Pale Rider gave audiences one of the most atmospheric and unforgettable westerns of the 1980s. Over 40 years later, many of its stars have sadly passed away, while others continue to inspire new generations of movie lovers. Their lives were filled with fame, heartbreak, triumph, tragedy, and incredible perseverance. That's what makes revisiting these classic films so emotional and fascinating today. Thanks for watching Hollywood Secrets Information. If you enjoyed this journey through the cast of Pale Rider then and now, be sure to like this video, leave a comment telling us which actor surprised you the most, and subscribe for more classic Hollywood stories, forgotten tragedies, and legendary celebrity updates. Until next time, keep the magic of old Hollywood alive.